Stoicism, the Fortress of the Mind. Introduction. Have you ever felt like the world is moving too fast and you are simply being dragged along by the current? We live in an era of digital noise, constant comparison, and the relentless pursuit of more. But thousands of years ago, in the crowded markets of Athens and the marble halls of Rome, a group of thinkers found a solution. They called it Stoicism. It wasn't a religion, and it wasn't a set of complex rituals. It was a tool for survival. A way to remain calm when the storm is raging, and to remain humble when the sun is shining. As you listen to these words, let the outside world fade away. This is not just information, it is a recalibration of your soul. We begin with the most fundamental truth, the power of your perspective. Marcus Aurelius, the leader of the known world, wrote in his private diary that our life is what our thoughts make it. If you believe you are harmed, you are harmed. If you choose to let go of that belief, the harm vanishes. This sounds simple, yet it is the hardest work a human being can do. It requires us to stop being victims of our circumstances and start being architects of our character. Chapter 1. The Circle of Control. Imagine two circles. The first circle is large, filled with everything that worries you: the weather, the economy, the opinions of your neighbors, the mistakes of your past, and the uncertainty of the future. This is the circle of external events. Now, imagine a much smaller circle inside it. This circle contains only a few things: your current thoughts, your immediate choices, and your reactions to what happens. This is the circle of control. The secret to a peaceful life is to stop living in the large circle. Every ounce of energy you spend worrying about things you cannot change is energy stolen from the things you can. When someone insults you, they are in the large circle. Your reaction to that insult is in the small circle. Stoicism teaches us that the insult itself is neutral. It is merely sound waves moving through the air. It only becomes bad when you interpret it as an attack. You are the gatekeeper of your own mind. Nothing can enter without your permission. If you find yourself frustrated, ask, "Is this within my control?" If the answer is no, then practice the mantra of the Stoics. Then it is nothing to me. Chapter 2. The Art of Negative Visualization. Most self-help advice tells you to think positive. Stoicism tells you to do the opposite. They call it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This is not about being a pessimist, it is about being prepared. Spend a few moments each day imagining that things have gone wrong. Imagine losing your job, your health, or the people you love. Why do this? Because it achieves two things. First, it removes the sting of surprise. If a disaster strikes, you have already met it in your mind. You are not paralyzed, you are ready. Second, and more importantly, it creates an overwhelming sense of gratitude for what you have right now. When you imagine losing your home, the bed you are lying in suddenly feels like a luxury. When you imagine losing your voice, the ability to speak to a friend becomes a miracle. We suffer more in imagination than in reality because we take our blessings for granted. By staring into the darkness of what could be lost, we bring light to what we currently possess. Do not wait for something to be taken away to realize its value. Love it now, while it is yours, but hold it lightly, knowing that everything is on loan from nature. Chapter 3. The Obstacle is the Way. We often view challenges as interruptions to our lives. We think, I could be successful if only this problem didn't exist. But the Stoic perspective is different. The problem is the opportunity. Ryan Holiday popularized the phrase, "the obstacle is the way," based on a thought by Marcus Aurelius. He wrote that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Think of a fire. When you throw a small pile of wood on a tiny flame, it might go out. But if the fire is strong, it consumes the wood, grows brighter, and uses the very thing that tried to extinguish it as fuel. You must be that fire. A difficult boss is a chance to practice patience. A failure in business is a chance to practice resilience and learn a lesson that success could never teach you. Heartbreak is a chance to practice self-reliance. there is no situation so dire that it does not offer a chance to practice a virtue. Stop wishing for an easy life. Instead, wish for the strength to endure a difficult one, for it is in the struggle that the diamond is formed.